Ta-da! Here we are, March 30th, 2024. Welcome back to the ongoing saga of the 4.9 F-250 1993 and the what we affectionately refer to as the rat's nest. It's not really any rats in there, but it's a rat's nest engineering disaster that Ford created with all this garbage in there. It's like a rat's nest. If you've ever been in one of these, you know what I'm talking about. Now, in the very core of the rat's nest, down in the bottom, you have this. This is the fuel rail. This is where the regulator goes on here. I taped that off, and you can see that mine isn't rusty anymore. Mine's nice and shiny. Looks pretty darn good. Well, I sanded and ground and wire brushed most of the rust off. There was some pretty heavy pitting right into the pipe right down here. Big flakes of rust coming off. So what I did was I put a good coat of what's called hammerite, or Rust-Oleum hammered finish paint. It's a mix between polyurethane and enamel, I believe, and they also call it rust cap. Hammerite used to be a brand name. I think the original hammered finish paint was called hammerite. It's pretty hard to find that anymore. You can find it. But like I said, Rust-Oleum makes a pretty good copy of it. So this rail was really rusty, really all over the place, even down inside the little cups here where the top of the injector sit with their little O-ring. So I went in with a Dremel tool and gently sanded a lot of that rust out of there, scraped off the outside, and they look pretty good inside. I mean, down inside the tube, they look all right. No rust in there. So I cleaned this thing up as best as I could, and because you can't even buy a new one of these, you have to buy a used one, and all the used ones are in even worse shape than this. So I kind of reconditioned this one myself, just painting it with that paint. Put it on really thick, and I heated it up, kind of cooked it, baked it on there, and then I left it in the behind the windshield in the sun to bake all day. And I put more on today, so put a second coat on and did the bottom underneath the where the regulator goes, because that was rusty under there too. So this whole thing is, everywhere there was rust on here, it's coated with hammerite paint now, or hammered finish paint, and that should stop the rust and make it pretty on the inside, shiny where it needs to be, as I say. I am almost tempted. I saw somebody do it today. I was watching another video. Somebody cut an injector open, cut it open and looked inside, and I'm almost curious enough to try to crack a couple of these open to look in there myself. There is a lot of, looks like a brown paper bag in there. Anyways, so that's where we're at. Got new injectors coming. Called them injectors this time. I call them lifters a lot, but they're the injectors. And yeah, you can see where they go into the fuel rail there. So I cleaned all the pockets up, got them all coated. And Tuesday or Thursday, Easter weekend, probably nothing being shipped out this weekend, and the mail isn't going to be doing anything. So it'll probably be Wednesday or Thursday before I get my parts. Oh, happy Easter, everyone. Cut.